Hi, we're back. Me and Mr. Freud. Hi, my name's Christine Conroy. Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff, a channel for women over 50 who are getting happy and growing younger. Oh, it's really nice to be back here talking to you. Actually, I'm not quite back because this video really is just a bit of a catch-up, just to let you know how I am and how we've all been getting along since Charlotte, my daughter, passed away, which is about 6 weeks ago now. It's been the most surreal time, as I'm sure you know, but I want to thank you for your patience. And I also want to thank, we have, new subscribers have come along during that time. I want to thank Suzanne, Gillian, Mary, Joanne, Marilyn, subscribers to the YouTube channel and to the newsletter, and just want to apologise to you because of what's happened recently. I haven't been as attentive to you as I like to think I usually am. So thank you, and thank you for your patience, all of you. And thank you once again for all your warm wishes and your cards. I mean, we have so many cards, I don't know what to do with them all, but I am keeping them. I'm going to keep them all. Every last one of the cards that we received, I'm going to keep. Okay, so I'll just briefly tell you. When Charlotte passed away, it was about 3 weeks before we had her funeral service. This was a service that Charlotte and I planned together before she died, which clearly wasn't an easy thing to do, sorry. But when we talked about it, because I was laughing with Mr. Kitchen, we didn't call it her funeral service when we talked about it. We called it the Charlotte Show. So that was the Charlotte Show was her funeral service, and it was the most beautiful thing. I actually said more than once, I'm not sure how appropriate it is to say that I enjoyed the funeral of my daughter, but I did. And I think it's because everything went according to plan, according to her plan. Everything that she wanted to happen happened. And also because of the absolute palpable warmth of the people there. All the people who came to her service, who loved and knew her, you could just feel it. And it was so uplifting. So uplifting. And both Mr. Kitchen and my two sons gained an awful lot of strength from it. This is the order of service for the Charlotte Show, and I'm having to have a secondary print because people who didn't manage to get a copy on the day, and we had over 100 of them printed originally, and people who've heard about the service and who couldn't be there have asked could they have copies of them, and so we're having to have a reprint. Charlotte would have been delighted, so that was great. But a really weird thing happened to me because that 3 weeks, obviously, my whole focus after that, in that 3 weeks, was to make sure this service went according to plan. The day afterwards, the very day after the Charlotte Show, something hit me like a stone. I just literally dropped with it was like a real strong flu. I could barely walk. I could barely walk for about 2 or 3 days. It was just awful. I didn't know what was happening to me. I mean, well, you tell me, because I know from your comments and cards and so on that lots of you have experienced loss yourself. But I, as you know, cared for Charlotte for 18 months, which was very stressful. And, I would have thought if I was going to be ill, it would have been during that time. And that's not what happened. What happened was the minute I didn't have to do that, I guess, that's when it hit me. And so Mr. Kitchen just said, right, okay, that's it. We're going away for a week. Just the two of us. and we're going to rest up for a week, which we did, which is why I am the colour that I am. Incidentally, factor 50 on my face the whole time, I have to say. But we were in Greece and it was very warm. We went to a Greek island, which was just lovely. I'll put some film or photographs up at the end just to show you. We went at the right time because there was hardly anybody there, which is nice. I mean, we did meet a few nice people. There were a few people there, but it wasn't busy at all. And the staff were very attentive. We had massages, we exercised, we swam, we ate well. We took in a little resveratrol by way of a glass of red wine now and then, which I'm going to talk about at some point. But yeah, it was just real extreme self-care physically. Now, I'm the first one to say this: wherever you go, there you are. And we did not go away for a week with any kind of intention to try and escape or deny any of the feelings that we were having. Quite the opposite. What we did was to go away to get physically well, to start a physical wellness regime, and we started it on a Greek island, which was just fantastic, and I'm very grateful that we were able to do that. So now the work starts, I guess. Now we start trying to build a life that doesn't have Charlotte with us in the skin, as she would say. Of course, she's with us all the time, and she is a part of our lives, just not physically, and it's how we now create a new normal around that. I know you've had to do the same thing, some of you, so please, if you have any tips, leave them in the comments, because I really would appreciate it. Okay, so something I've learned. Not that I didn't know it before, because that's the whole ethos on Happy Stuff and Fluff. But if this experience has taught me anything, it's that life is too short to live it any other way than happy and flourishing. And so I am going to make sure that on the Happy Stuff and Fluff, you are getting happy and growing younger. And I'll be back on Monday to help you to do just that. It's great to be back. I love you all. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you soon. See you then. Bye-bye.